Hey Gerald, Cody from Bill Harris here. I'm going to do a walk around in this 2018 Camaro for you. This is an SS as well. So on the key fob, this one's a little bit different, but it's pretty close. ×2 pops a trunk for you. There's a little release in here in case the little lady decides to lock you in the trunk. You can get out yourself. The seats are pass through. You can fold them down if you need to. Don't know why you'd haul anything in here, but you might. So the little button on the door handle locks and unlocks the car if you have the key fob with you. This one doesn't have the leather and all of the goodies, but it's got quite a few. So I'm sure you know how to start it up by now. Oh, this one's a manual too. I'll try that again. Let off the clutch a little too fast.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Alright, so it says press the blue OnStar button. By the time you get this, I will show you how to do that. I will have you all signed up. You're going to go up here and you're going to press the blue OnStar button, call in, and do your initial thing. They might ask you to buy some stuff, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's nice to have, depending on how often you're going to drive it. So the OnStar, the automatic crash response and all that stuff is awesome to have. So here, this is how you control your temperature. Cold, hot. And then you can adjust the airflow and stuff here, kind of like in an airplane. Yours has dual climate, so you'll see a climate here and one here. And then this is how your passenger will adjust theirs as well. And then you have on yours, there's a turn the fan up and down on here. You can control where the air is going through here. So moving up to the radio, you have your audio. You press and you have your 3 months of Sirius satellite radio for free. All of your favorites go here regardless of whether it's AM, FM, or Sirius. You can put them all here. If you do have other media, you can put it in here. You can plug it in here inside of the center console. There's a USB thing, so you can put your music on a USB drive and listen to it through here by clicking media. It'll show the media ability. Also, if you have a Bluetooth capable device like a cell phone or something like that, you can listen to the music through that as well. So here's your different drive modes. If you press, it shows track, snow, tour, sport. And you'll be able to tell how it gears it and how the exhaust works. When you go to different ones, it gets quieter. Like tour and snow ice, the exhaust gets quieter. Track will be your loudest and your most aggressive gearing. You'll also have your paddle shifter. These are rev match. You'll have your paddle shifters here, so you can press down, like on this one, to drop a gear, and then this one to move up gears. And if you want to go back into regular mode, you hold this one for a couple seconds, and then it'll go back to regular drive. So you'll have if you have a cell phone as well, you'll have your Bluetooth capability and the ability to answer and hang up your phone here. These buttons here control the different menus you have. So you'll have your tire pressure. You can set a timer to see how fast it takes you to get to Walmart and back. Your oil life remaining, fuel economy, and trip monitors. And you've got a couple different ones. So that was our regular vehicle information. Then we have our performance one here, which shows your G-forces, tire temperatures, transmission fluid temperatures, and all sorts of other performance car related things. Then you have your audio menu, which just shows you what's playing on the radio. Your phone, if you have a phone plugged in, it'll show your phone stuff. If you have navigation as well, it will, if you have the OnStar nav, it will go through the regular navigation process, and then you have your options where you can set up things like times, the different information pages that you want. You can set up a speed warning, so if you go over a certain speed, it'll flash at you and it'll beep. So those are the menus up there. You have your wipers here with your sprayer and stuff. And then you have your turn signal as well as lights here. You have your door locks on both sides. You have your windows here as well, and then your mirror adjusters right here. Now on the bottom of your steering wheel, you'll be able to go through your favorites. It'll shift through your different favorites and it'll show it on here. And then you have the ability to turn the volume up and down here. Here's your hazards. Up on the radio, if you ever lost, don't know where you are, or get lost in a menu, want to go back home, this little house button takes you back there. You can shut the radio off at any time by pressing this. So we can go into our settings, and there's all different settings. We'll go to drive mode, engine sound management. You can turn it to stealth to make it quieter. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you could definitely hear it when you're playing with it. If you have it on auto, whatever mode you're in will change that. And then steering, you can set your steering to always be one or the other if you wanted to as well. But you have the option for valet mode. You enter a code. Now we're in valet mode. The radio gets shut off and it won't allow you to go over certain RPMs. I can't remember what it is, but just makes it better if you're in valet or if you want to mess with someone. So let's say you got your kids or grandkids, you lend them the car, you can put it in valet mode and they won't be able to drive it like you can. So up in Teen Driver, you have two different keys, so you can set one key to, we won't do that right now. You can set one key to only allow certain radio stations, only allow certain volume to turn it up to. They will also set up speed warnings, and then you can set it to, depending on the different things you have set up with your My Chevy app on your phone, which I don't believe you will be using, but if you had a phone and you use that, it would send you an alert if the driver was going over a certain miles per hour or anything like that. So here in the other options, we have our vehicle options. You can adjust the auto fan speed, the chime volume, how loud the different chimes are, power door locks. On yours, you also have the option of setting remote start stuff. So when you remote start it, if it's cold enough out, it'll turn on the heated seats for you. It'll do a lot of nice stuff like that. Power, you can choose when you want it to lock or unlock, or delayed door locks. So if you open up the doors, do they all unlock? Does just yours unlock? If you unlock the key fob, does it unlock all doors on one press or all doors on two presses? There's different things like that you can do. So, Bluetooth, if you are going to use Bluetooth, or if you do have a smartphone, then let me know and I can set another video about doing some stuff like that. Setting up the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But also down here, there's your traction control button to shut off. Your buttons, you will have heated seat and cooled seat buttons here and here that you'll be able to control. There's 3 settings for both, so you can have super hot, less hot, and just barely hot, as well as the same with the cold. I think that's about everything inside. If you have any questions about any of that stuff, feel free to give me a call. Thanks, Gerald.